back with another response video. So a man asks, if someone's making 2 to 3 grand per month, does saving for a few months to buy a car that is 5 to 9 grand make sense? Hell no. Fam, just buy a little cheap car. I remember, so I passed my driving test in 2012. This time man just turned 21. Yeah. Passed my driving test in 2012. First time, could have failed, but first time passed. Same with my motorbike test as well. That was in 2016. Anyway, passed a driving test. And yeah, like a week later, man, bought my first car. My first car was a Honda Civic 04 plate. Yeah, one blue executive. 5-door thing. Right now, I've got a Honda Civic 09 plate. I would still be driving that Honda Civic 2004 to this day if some pussy didn't write off my car. I remember I had one thing back in back in the day. She lived down Holloway Road. So she lived in Holloway. And I remember I dropped her off. I'm going home now. So I'm heading up towards like Finsbury Park Manor House, Tottenham, then Edmonton. I'm driving up Seven Sisters Road, the Holloway section. It's a one-way road, 3 lanes going one way only. Driving my car, some idiot just decides to go from the outside left lane to the right lane. Bam! Wrote off my car. I would have literally still been driving that car to this day. It's 2023 right now. I would have still been driving that car. As long as there was no problems in that, I would have still been driving that car. I know the reason why a lot of men want to drive a nice car, and it's for a few different reasons. One is to impress the people that are around them. It's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause think about it this way. No one is... If a man gets a nice flashy car, imagine you get a brand new Mercedes or a brand new Range Rover Overfinch. You're not going to think to yourself, right, I got this brand new Mercedes or this brand new Range Rover Overfinch. I'm going to wait till 3 in the morning to drive it out. No, you want to drive it around on a Saturday at 2-3 p.m. You get me? Summer weather and that, so everyone can see you in your car. You're going to be cranking up that volume and that, playing the latest drill music and that. Fam, people want to drive these nice cars. I'm not saying to impress people to that degree, but they want to show off a little bit. And obviously, if a man's working hard, then that man should show off a little bit. So, to some degree, when people drive these nice cars, it is to sort of impress people. Obviously, you don't want to work your whole life and not enjoy no luxuries and that. But to some degree, you do want to show off a little bit. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Anyway, the second reason why a man want to drive a nice car, because certain men think getting a nice car gets the gal them and that. Some girls are so... I don't know, bougie, where if you ain't driving a nice car, they don't want to know. Trust me. I spoke about this the other day in one of my videos. One of my brethren, my man went to go link one gal in his car. She lives on like the 6th or 7th floor in a flat block. He's gone to go link this girl. He's phoned her. Yo, I'm outside, downstairs, innit? Come. She's on the phone. Where are you? I can't see you. He's like, I'm down in the white Nissan Qashqai. She's like, oh, okay. I'll be down in a sec. That was like 2-3 years ago. The girl didn't come down. Motherfucker's still outside, still downstairs waiting for this guy. So there's some girls out here, they're bougie and that. They don't want to deal with a man unless he's driving a nice Mercedes or whatever, innit? But they'll soon grow out of that when they're older and that. When they're 40 years old, all of that nonsense... I'm telling you, you see these people who are 40, 50 years old driving around in a shit car, fucking Ford Galaxy and that, with them dead cars and that. Guarantee you, a lot of these lot, they were driving the latest car way back in the day. Innit? There's certain gal out here, they're bougie and that. And if you're not driving a certain car, if you're not willing to take to this restaurant, that they don't want to know any. But forget them gal there. 95% of girls are not really like that. They're not. You don't need, I spoke about this in a video, I think I even dropped it today earlier. You don't need a nice car to get gal. I've never driven a nice car. A man's always got gal. Think about it. What about the man them that's in Ibiza or wherever, Bali or Iron Apple or Mykonos and that are getting these you get me, first date lays and one night stands and whatever happens in Iron Apple stays in Iron Apple and that. Fam, them man ain't got no car. The girls are sleeping with them because of them. You don't need a nice flashy car to get gal. Obviously, let's not get crazy now and think that we can just drive around in an old fucking J-Reg Ford Escort and think we can go and pull some baddies and that. No, what I'm saying is, if you had just a little Ford Fiesta and it was nice and clean and that, fam, gal are not gonna care. As long as the car is modern, yeah? We ain't trying to drive around like them people in Cuba and that, where they can't get no new cars in, so they're just literally driving around in some old 1930s cars and that. As long as the car looks okay and is clean on the inside and outside and that, the girl does not give a damn. The girl does not give a damn. There's bare man right now just been broken up with their gal and they've got a Mercedes, yeah? Because when you get a gal, you got to maintain certain frames, and I ain't got enough time to talk about it in this video and that, innit? But you gotta keep that charisma, innit? Yeah, your personality has changed and you became weak, so your girls dropped you out, innit? But yeah, if a man's thinking, let me save up to buy a car that's between 5 and 9 grand, and you only own 2-3 grand a month, and the fact that you're talking about saving up for it as well, you probably ain't got no money saved up and that, blood. You need to focus on what's more important, innit? And obviously, as you know, it's coming already. Buying a property is more important than that. But yeah, man, you don't need no nice car to get no gal, man. Forget about trying to impress these people. These people that you're trying to impress and fit in with, like, there's certain people right now, they only want to be friends with man that's driving a nice car. Fam, if I had a friend that only wants to be my friend because I need to drive a nice car to be their friend, well, then fuck them. Fuck them. I'm not going to do nothing or change my lifestyle or start spending this money to impress nobody, because it's going to be the same people that are going to chat shit about you behind your back. Now, how shallow is that as a friend that won't want to be and roll around with you just because you're driving a shit car and that? Like, obviously, if the car is mad, like, then, you know what I'm saying? But if the car's just some shit car, like my car, Honda, a shit car and that, why are they going to really care? Why should they care, fam? People like that, get from around me, man. But, yeah, save your money, man. You don't need to be driving no 5 to 9 grand car, yeah? To buy a little car for 2 grand, that's it. I see a car around the corner the other day, it's a little Corsa. I think they sell it for like 1,200 or something. I was thinking, you never know, my car's on its way out. I'm thinking, yeah, I should cop that. But at the same time, I don't want to be, see, this is street thing 101, innit? Yeah? It's a street mentality 101. You don't buy a car and drive it around in the area. So let's say, like, I live in Northampton, innit? I'm not going to buy a car from Northampton and drive around in Northampton, because the car owner could have some mad beef with some people and I could just be sitting at the traffic lights and man run up on me and that. So man, never going to buy a car from the area that I live in and drive around in that area as well. Like, it's dumb. You don't know. But I would never buy a car off a road. If I'm buying a car of someone and they're from the same area, that they don't have to be some old white woman or something like that. But yeah, save your money, man. Save your money, man. You don't need to be spending no 5 to 9 grand. Buy a little cheap car for 1,200, 2 grand max. Get you from A to B and that, man. Forget the gal them that are just interested in man that have nice cars. They're fools.